Alright, well I think between the lights from above and the big jar of Christmas lights that I just plugged in, those there, I think we've got some pretty good normal lighting for evening, because it is nighttime. But just with the way my schedule is, I got a lot of stuff done during the day inside the apartment, but I didn't really get the chance to get it into the van. So I figured I would actually take a moment and show you just some of the little odds and ends that are making their way into the van, because I have a feeling they're going to be of use some way or another as I go along. So we'll start with a little bag here. My guitar strap, that definitely had to come in. Not 100% sure where I'm going to put everything yet. It's going to be part of tonight too, is actually after I make this quick little video of just show and tell, here's what's coming. I'm actually going to take some of the stuff that I have indoors, condense them, move them around, make some room, because we're obviously starting to reach a point of where things are coalescing. They're coming to an end. You know, I've got the license plates, the van is 100%. The only thing we're really waiting on that's in any way keeping me at the apartment now is the title. As soon as that's here, I'm gone. And since the van is actually at 100% again, I'm kind of ready to be out here on a regular basis. I'll be here for most of tomorrow, for sure, just kind of doing more of what I was doing today. And then I'll be here Monday, because I'm going to chill with Mom for a little bit and get a little bit more shopping done. But by like Tuesday, probably latest Wednesday, I think we're hitting the road again with the cats. Since the van works, they're not going to be the biggest fan of that to start with. I started up the van for just a second to hit the AC, blow some cool fresh air through here, because it's been a rainy, humid, kind of warm day, so it's kind of humid in the van. So yeah, I turned that on to blow some air, and Luna, even just hearing the engine start up, was like, "Meow, unhappy." But I think once they get used to it, they really are going to enjoy being on the road and seeing things that they would have never seen any other way. So, on with the show and tell. This is some of the stuff that I used to make the blinds with. These. It's that double-sided sewing tape. I don't think I'm going to take a iron with me at this point. I mean, I won't deny that it's in the realm of possibilities, not in the sense of me ever ironing clothing again, but having a portable heat source like an iron to do things, and maybe some like this, and maybe some other things as well, might not be a horrible idea. It may never get used on clothes again, but it may have some uses. So yeah, I've got that stuff, lots of it. I don't know when, if I'll ever do a candle in the van, because I can say it's a really bad idea. Closed source. If you can hear that, that's Luna scratching. She got down on the floor and is starting to explore. Since she is, let me give her a little more space down here. Hold on, boo. Well, that sent her running back because the ice went shaky inside the chest. She's back up by the window now. Right behind me. There's Luna. Luna May. Oh, and Miss Kitty, in answer to your question, yes, her name is Luna. Couple reasons. She found me, realistically, at about 4 o'clock on a really hot July day. She was not even 6 weeks old. I mean, she truly fit in the palm of my hand. And the first week and a half, all she really drank was condensed goat's milk with water to cut it back to a more true milky kind of level. So she's been with me for 12 years now, I do believe. As long as my math is correct, that's about how old she is. And I actually believe she's a Karate, which is where I was hoping to put the camera next just fell off. That's what that noise was. I think she's actually a Karat. My mom thinks she's a Blue Russian, but having lived with her, I think she's a Karat, which is an Asian cat. It is a close relative to the Siamese. Reasons I believe she's a Karat. Well, one reason is there's an actual breeder in Vancouver, very close to where I used to live, that is one of the two places outside of the greater. Because I won't lie. I don't know exactly where the origins of the Karat came from. I just know it's closely related to the Siamese, and I know Siam doesn't exist either anymore. We have names for cats from lands that don't exist anymore. But yeah, she is an Asian descendant cat, and so she's considered a good luck cat. And one of the reasons they're considered good luck cats is because there are 7 hearts in their body. The nose is very heart-shaped. If you look at her from head down, the top of her head as it comes down to the nose makes a heart. She actually has a heart on her chest and a little white patch. This isn't me, but the Asians were also like, oh yeah, her butt is a heart too, and it is very heart-shaped. And then there's a couple other little heart things that are and good luck things that are associated with the cat. They're usually given in pairs, usually at weddings and anniversaries, I believe. But yeah, she's a good girl. She's talkative, like a Siamese, and she's got a Siamese voice. I mean, when you really hear her, you'll hear that Asian kind of cat in her for sure. But yeah, she's my girl for sure. And she is not happy about being in the van, but she will adapt. Here's something else I am moving into the van. It's a pair of kind of retro cool bookends. I don't know if they're going to end up as actual bookends, or if they're going to, because I think where I'm going to put them right now is literally right above me in the overhead cabinets. Because I think in some way or another they're going to come in very good use on just kind of shoring something up so it doesn't move around so much. So it's one of those little weird things that I thought I'd bring. But yeah, I did bring this. I don't plan on using it for candles, but if I ever want to get like a nice ganache cone of incense, I think that's how that's said, this would be a great plate to then be able to put it on the table and let that burn safely there. So yeah, just something that's truly more of a fireplace, heat-resistant kind of surface. I figured would not be a horrible thing to have in the van. More Christmas lights. And actually the ones that are in here right now are a different set than I originally showed everybody a few videos back. The smaller, more traditional lights, keep that up here so we kind of get the best light from that possible, so I'm as unblurry as can be. These are the more, as you can kind of see, fun little kind of retro style, even though they're very current, lights. And I just feel having a few strings of lights is not a bad idea in a van. I have the Jackery. That's how these are turned on right now. Oh yeah, and I charged the Jackery for the first time while driving, and it charged right up. It was nice. It was awesome. So that definitely works really, really well too. But yeah, again, I don't think it's a horrible thing to have a few strings of lights, especially when it is festivities time. It might be kind of fun to figure out a way to truly put up a full string of lights in the van. You never know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so that was one of the other things I brought in. This has been in my family for ages. It's a brass ruler. It's got a nice little engraved ornamentation to the whole thing of it. And it's just, my Nana had it when I was younger, and I always thought it was just one of the coolest little rulers. And let's face it, I am obviously sizing down a lot, but there's little pieces I want to bring with me. And something that's actually a ruler, and that too, stick your hand in here. Or sharpen this down. But, sorry. Everything could be a weapon when you're living in a van. Let's face it. That is one of those things, as a guy, I don't talk about it too much because I know there are definitely several women out there that have some van life videos about having something on hand at all times to defend yourself with. I'm not the first person you're going to want to fuck with if you know what I look like before I go in the van. But still, should have things. Plus, more than anything else, it really is just a nice piece of my history still moving forward with me. So that's coming. Stupid things. I have 2 of these. They have stormtroopers. Oh, he's not going to get in the camera. Too bad. But yeah, these are going to be somewhere. I don't know if they're going to be on the front dash. I don't know if they're going to actually be on this table. I have some 3M stuff that I can kind of permanently adhere things. I do. I want to have some little fun things. And I mean, let's face it. How can you say no? I think it's just got the 2 sounds. Yep. Just the guns and the engine. But I'm also thinking it might be fun on occasion to have these with me for just kind of those goofball photographs where you're doing proportional size by where you put it compared to where other things are photographed, to have that whole kind of little fun Star Wars moment. So yeah, I brought some of those for fun, just to have that joy. There's also this guy. So I also have a. I'm not saying I'm on the dark side here. I actually do, but you will notice pretty much everything I have in Star Wars right now is all the Empire. And then I'm not gonna pull them all out, but I brought a couple of the few funner little Hot Wheels that I have, because again, just little personalization things that I want to hold on to. And again, I think these will probably be on the front dash, just adhered with 3M, so they can just sit there and just be kind of fun and cool. So that's primarily what got put in this bag. Plus, this is a really nice, thanks Mom, insulated bag with a zip cover. So I figure it's not the worst thing to have in a van. Again, I've got the cooler, which I don't know if I'm going to do a little view of that or not, considering I kind of like how this is sitting right here, and got a whole bunch more stuff to show you, and then I might be ready to take a break and post this. But yeah, that's kind of all the fun stuff that I have in here. There's one other thing. It's this that was some tile I was working with one time, and I had a little left over. So I think I'm going to cut these little last ends off, and I am willing to bet you that pretty much fits right into the well of the little tray I have up between the 2 front seats. Just to have, again, a little personalization. Take away that plastic look that, I mean, I understand why they did that with the van, but yeah, kind of take away some of that plastic look and give it a little bit of an updo. But yeah, so I have that too. All right, let's put all that junk back into this bag. Get the keys up here so I don't need them. All right, and then we have everything I put in this, which is the top to the bid. This is where I actually might move the camera a little bit and move things around again for a moment, because I actually do need to figure this out a little bit. So, see if I can do this kind of succinctly. Oh shit. One thing I didn't want to do, did I spill a lot? I spilled a decent amount. Towel. Thought I had put the cat's water in that one spot. I would not kick it. I kicked it. Hi, Lou. What's up, baby? Yes, I kicked your water, so now I gotta drain it up. Clean it up real quick. Don't want it just sitting down there. Sorry, this wasn't what I planned on doing for the video, but I'm not stopping that quick because it's not that much. There we go. I'm purposely using just a kind of small bowl until I get their whole thing figured out. Alright, so this. Try putting that foot down thing again. Okay, I think just do something like this. Bring that light here. That's not too bad. See if we can fix that up a little bit more. Make it so I'm just not quite so much up on you. And then, yeah, that's pretty good. Probably makes me look like I have a better tan than I really do at this point. I mean, I am in Portland. Okay. So, let's get everything out of this. Oh, if you haven't seen these, I don't think I showed these before. Mom got me 3 sizes of these. These are actually heavily waxed paper that will seal upon itself. So from a sandwich to cheese, believe it or not, you can wrap things up in this. Locks the moisture in more so the food stays nicer longer. But yeah, so I've got a few of those. All right, this is now empty. The reason I need it empty is because there's some stuff I'm figuring out here. I have graham crackers. We obviously raided the pantry, especially for things that I know I'm really not going to use over the next few days, but would maybe still kind of like to just have on the road for that random moment of funness. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gone. Instant puddings. 6, 7. Yes, Lou, I'm being a goofball. Kind of for the video. There we go. So yeah, I have 7 packs of instant pudding from Jell-O. What, Lou Bear? If you hear her in the back, she is sitting at the window making noises. Ooh. Oh, perfect. Okay, cool. What, Luna? Yeah, what's up, baby? Hear her little chirpy chirp? Alright, so I mean, the kind of stuff I'm trying to do is truly maximize literally every inch of space I have. I'm honestly hoping that by the time I'm done, there's actually still quite a bit of space in the van, just kind of empty, just by really maximizing down and utilizing every bit of space I really have. What are those other things? Hey, cream of wheat. This is actually a little metally. Yes, I like hot cereals. This has got both cream of wheat and some like Quaker Oats, apple and cinnamon. Oh, here comes Chuck. Bum, 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 bum. Are you seriously going to stop there, monkey? At least for a second. There we are. I'm back. Hey. But yeah, so have that too for those cooler mornings, and I'm sure I will experience here and there. All right, let's keep going. True staple, peanut butter. Had a big one, so I decided to just go ahead and bring it out here because I haven't used it, but I definitely don't want to get rid of it. Mayo has not been in the fridge yet. That's seasoning. I don't know if I'm going to directly put that in here yet. This is all seasoning, pared down as much as it could, but there's just some mixes in here that I figure I might as well use the ends of rather than just tossing. I don't know if those are going to end up in this. I think I might end up having a different space for them. They may even just stay in this for now. Because I really do kind of want to pantry this out in the sense of just knowing that any kind of food stuff and having some of the things that I want to get a more easy hold of will be on the top. Like I think I'll store my coffee and my sugar in here, the cylinders they're in. So a lot of the stuff that's going to be in here is probably stuff I don't use too often, but still want to get access to. Just because I'm not going to make Jell-O all the time. I'm not going to make cream of wheat cereal all the time. That's like a fall winter thing, you know. My full bag of jasmine rice. I have a couple other bags in the old house that I have to get rid of or just kind of use up before I leave. Rice-a-roni. I wasn't lying about the cream of wheat. That's an actual box of cream of wheat. Getting heavier. see what else is in here that I want to have in here. Well, yeah, actually. Got some fruits. I think I might be able to do that. We got peaches, pears, mandarin oranges. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Okay. Not quite the right honestly. Ooh, I think that'll be better. Alright. Ooh, spring cocktail. Lock those in. So this, I actually don't want to bypass this too quickly. A little kick down from the mom. Strainer, full the ways. There we go. Okay. Olives. All right. It has real food in it now and has not taken up that much space yet. My only worry is I really only am supposed to do about, I think it was maybe 70 pounds. I think it was 60 or 30, something, but also getting pretty heavy. So, not in the sense for me, but for the actual shelving system itself. I don't want to overdo it. So, if you heard that buzzing, that was the fan. It managed to work its way up against the, I don't know what the heck you'd call it. It's just a piece of ceramic bowl jar with it. It's like a very miniature cookie jar, just made out of ceramic. It's blue with a little bird on top of it. Go figure, that happened in Portland. Still working on making this happen at some point. Ain't gonna lie. I cannot deny the cats are not the biggest fans of the halters at all, the harnesses, whatever you want to call them. But it is something that has to happen. Don't know if I need this, but I'll keep it for now. Oh, hey-oh. Still got this guy too. Although a couple of his batteries have come out. That was a little bright. Those are all socks by Stance. When I worked at Nordstrom's, I definitely came to have a little sock fetish. So we'll go over my socks at some point. I've got about as ludicrous amount of socks as I do shoes. And yeah, I'm going to be a guy living in a van with, I think I'm probably bringing 20 pairs of shoes. 20. Boots, flip-flops, Converse, slip-ons like Vans. Gonna grab a couple of my pair of dress shoes for sure, just to have something for those few moments when I actually need to do that. But yeah, I am probably gonna be one of the most shoed people in van life when you come right down to it, which I ain't mad about. I think Chuck just made an appearance again on y'all. Okay, so here's the next one, which will be the second part of this for now. Just going to kind of continue on with the food stuff. Olive oil. And nope, that's food prep, so that stays out of here. These will actually get some kind of use at some point. It's a bunch of salts, different salts. I've got 6 of them. One of the reasons I brought them is because different salts are never a bad thing, especially if I'm out on the road and, you know, hang out with some folks who are making stews or what have you, and just need that good bunch of salt to start the whole water seasoning base off with. There we go. Yeah, baby, what's up, honey? I know. I just don't like the biggest fans of this. I get that. I get You'll learn. You'll get used to it. You're pretty adaptable. Believe it or not, you're almost as adaptable as humans. More salt. Yeah. What are you doing? Funny. Oh, yeah, Goofus. This one was trying to show her butt to the camera because, of course, she's a cat. What else is she going to show? That's Chuck. She is adapting more. I think she's just not a big fan of how small it is to start with. She likes the windows, but I honestly believe they will get used to the size. And the reason I want to get them harness trained is because I do want to get them outside and get them exercise on a regular basis too. But yeah, so rest of the stuff that's in here.
Oh, one more spice.
Okay. Well, Wilbur, since I have that much space and we've kind of dedicated 2 to food, let's just go ahead and do all the spices. Okay, so these little things that I have the spices in, I have everything, well, not everything, but a lot of stuff is going to be in these. These are things that my mom gave me, actually. Basically, I think when I moved last time, she did them as a kick down for me to like put my plates and stuff in for the next move I did, because I think I got them after her last major move. But so I'm going to use them as ways to just kind of keep things quiet, you know. Ooh, yeah. There we go. Make sure I put them the right way. Oh. There. But yeah, you know, like I've got my pots and pans are going to be in these things as well, so that the van doesn't just turn into this of a rattle-flat trap as I'm driving along. Because even though, unfortunately, the video was as shaky, I think would be a good shaky and muddy, just because, you know, of where I managed to get that thing to stay up on the windows. Because as you heard, it went thunk just a little while ago, and that was a shorter amount of time on a window without a phone in it. But, yeah, let's see here. I think that's really it. Yep. Oh, wait a minute. Taco season. How could I have forgotten that? All right, man. I think the only thing in the sense of actual utensils and such that are going to go in here, I have my bamboo / wooden spoons and stirrers. We'll go ahead and just set those in there. And then, again, coming back to those almighty kickdowns from the mom over the years. This is something she gave to me, I swear, like 8, 9, 10 years ago. And they've just been sitting around. Because I just was like, I don't use them on a regular basis because I have a full, huge, actual, you know, the wood stand of matching nice knives. But these, I think I just cut myself. A whole bunch of them. Let's find out. No, I'm not bleeding. But I mean, that's why I like these too, is because they actually have this cover on them that locks into place. So you can have them in something like one of these drawers, you know, little cabinet things, and not suddenly have an unexpected knife attack your hand. Is this one upside down by any chance? Nope, that's the right way. That one has unfortunately gotten old enough that it's starting to slide off here and there, but the rest of them, and they're nice lightweight knives. I'm not going to say they're the most amazing knives in the world, but they'll be nice to have on the road, and they take up very little space, which, again, is one of those big things. I think that's really it for in here. worst case scenario, because what I'm pulling out of is this. It's big. And it's actually the smaller of the two storage bins I have for underneath the bed. So, if all of my clothing ends up in these, that wouldn't be the worst thing. I think, quite honestly, my clothing's still going to be in a couple of these bins down here. But, yeah, I've still got a ton of space to go because I've still got the other one in the house, barely filled with stuff. There's stuff to go in it. I just haven't put it in there yet. One of the other cool things that I have, again, kicked down from Mom, bigger collapsible strainer. So, literally, again, takes no room. But I can strain pasta very nicely that way. Originally, I didn't think I was going to bring this, but with the amount of room I'm showing myself that I have, and just with some of the possibilities of things I see coming in the future, having a cheese grater may not be the worst idea ever. Yeah, what's that, booger boo? That is actually light enough that it could go in there. As could this. And worst case, I just pull them out later and put them somewhere else. These are actually all my measuring cups, which are designed exactly like those others that you saw, in the sense of the strainers. So they collapse right down. I have one of these now. I may end up with a couple, 3 more of them, just because you know exactly what this is. It's to put your cooking spoon on, or your cooking fork, or what have you. I thought it would be kind of really nice to have at least one, if like I said, about 3 of these for outdoor cooking, because then you can just put this down a table, cutting board, what have you, and you kind of got that automatic stovetop ability of setting your cooking utensil down with. Actually, I'm not going to put that there, I think. Barely. And I think pretty much origami is going to be up there. There we go. Okay. The other things that will be coming with me, again, another Mom kick down. These are screen tops, so especially when you figure I'm going to be outside, I'm going to potentially be cooking outside quite a bit. I've got 3 different sizes of these. This is the smallest. So these can go right over what you're cooking, not end up like, you know, locking in the moisture like you would with a lid, but making it so nothing can get in. So, have that too. And then, as I said, I've got a lot of these little things. Plates. Plates are starting to get into the van. Got 2 different sizes. I don't think I'm going to go above like 4 of each of anything. Just because I don't want a reason or an excuse to let stuff build up, and I don't need that much. And if I end up hanging out with some folk, you know, this will be the most folk I think I hang out with. And to be absolutely honest, I will be investing in like paper plates and, you know, disposable utensils, although I'm not the biggest fan of those, so that may not be something I use too much. But these I'll use anytime it's something solid, like a sandwich, a burger, maybe even like good pasta, because I make them pretty mean spaghetti. And at that point, you know, that's just too sloppy wet to even try and do on a paper plate. But there will definitely be other times when I just grab a paper plate to put it under something, like say I get some takeout and I just want something a little more sturdy. Put that on the paper plate, toss the whole thing when I'm done. Because if I'm not cooking, I'm probably not going to make hot water, and I'm not going to want to go through the process of making hot water if I get takeout. At that point, it's takeout, dude. Don't make any dishes for it. But yeah, so these are also going to go in the overhead. Boom, perfect. And like I said, now they're secure because of that little wrap thing, and they won't make noise. I think that's it, man. Now I have to take a moment and fancy clean up the rest of the van to where it needs to be before I decide to call it a night. Let's put the graham crackers in the
Old Bay.
Yeah, I have it. That's right. Away as well. And I think that's it, folks. Thanks for sitting with me. And I hope you enjoyed this video.